morning and welcome everybody to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 6th of November. Yes, we know what that all means, guys. Big voting day in the USA. Yes, America is all happening over there. I am here with the doggos, guys. I have got Sophie here asleep and I've got Sprocket here snoring as usual. They always have to have their little morning nap. Guys, so it's a beautiful day outside. It's going to be about 33 degrees here, which is very hot. But the people are working next door. They're painting and making lots of noise. So I really couldn't shoot outside, which is a shame. Hopefully I'll be able to tomorrow or whenever I shoot my next video, which is frustrating. But you know how it goes when the noise is all happening. Cheers, everybody. I have got my cup of tea. I've got my stag mug today. It's an enamel one. So beautiful. Don't they make beautiful things now? They really do. Nice hot cup of tea. But I have had my morning coffee. So everything is good in the world now that I'm back on my coffee. I enjoy my coffee now. I did miss it for a long time when I wasn't well. We've got a little bit of admin, guys. Firstly, welcome anyone new to the channel. Please feel free to comment down below. We chat to each other here, let each other know what's going on. As we know, for example, the UK protests in London, nothing on mainstream media. So sort of we rely on each other for the real information. So also, guys, like buttons, you know the drill. So we've got the big campaign still. Well, the campaign's probably finished with the USA voting, but they've spent billions and billions, guys. Imagine, you wouldn't even want to know what the cost is for all of this crap. What a waste. When your country is in crisis, you do get frustrated by these things. I'm sure in America you do. And everything's just going down the toilet and they're spending billions on a campaign. Like, don't even get me started. And then you've had the bomb threats, of course, at the polls in the US. So all the terrorism threats and fear, put all the fear in everybody. And someone's already been arrested. Yes, there's been a man arrested at the Capitol Visitors Center, apparently, carrying a flare gun and a blowtorch. So it's all full on today. Talk of the terrorist threats, etc., etc. All the fear. Don't want people going to the polls because we want them all scared. I don't even get it. Anyway, to be continued, guys. Watch this space. Can't wait for the outcome of this election. Look, I get Trump triumphant, but is this rigged? Let's hope not, because last time it was rigged. Oh, and Kamala's winning all the votes. The young, dark-skinned girls in America. We know that's what they've been working on, winning over that they go for a specific kind of market. People are tired in America. They can't wait for this to be behind them, hoping that life turns around, of course. But Kamala's trying to win over all the votes with the old Beyonce and the Oprah Winfrey and all those kind of people that are on her side, on her team. I still don't think celebrities should be involved in politics. I think it's ridiculous. Oh, well, Joe Rogan's come out and backed Trump, which is very interesting, guys. He's got a lot of followers, so interesting. Anyway, moving on. Apparently, I saw the headlines here in Australia. Worst flu season ever. Yep, they say it every season. It seems to get worse and worse. I'm thinking it's the immortal CV virus that continues to go around. People are still posting that on Facebook. They wear it like a badge of honor, guys. I saw another post this morning. Same person who posted the other day, I think I told you about. And they'd done 2 tests, and yes, it was positive. So they're isolating. Well, they've tested again 9 days later, and it's still positive. They wear it with pride. What is that, guys? You just want to write back. You know you've got the flu. Don't you know when you're sick? You normally know when you're sick, don't you, guys? Like, honestly. But no, you got to do rapid antigen test and check. Like, people are still doing this crap. What on earth? I don't get it. Anyway, then we've got the Raw Kardashians, guys. This is getting tiring, guys. And I think personally it's the repetitiveness of all of this like I said, the immortal CV virus going on and on and on. But now we've got Camilla, yes, in this Royal Kardashian Camilla, Queen Camilla, has got a chest infection. So I'm guessing it's probably that RSV, and she's got to rest up. But she's probably that run down after her whirlwind trip to Oz and Samoa and everywhere they've been. Not surprising, really, that they get run down, because they're not young, are they? She wouldn't be young either. Oh, and also, guys, we had our big Melbourne Cup horse race here. It's a bit horse racing season here in Australia. And, oh, I had a little win. I had a sneaky bet. I know you did too, Jen. And I had a little win. My horse came third. So I was most excited. My daughter and I had a little Melbourne Cup day, and we had a little cheese platter and all that sort of thing. So it was kind of fun. Melbourne Cup's a big event here in Australia. All right. How about we get straight into the reading, and we'll see what comes up. Oh, I'm getting Australia's wanting to fight back. That'd be a miracle, guys, wouldn't it? I said the other day they were sitting in their chairs waiting to, or wanting to stand up, but not standing up. So I am getting that. People in Australia want to fight back. Oh, I still got hay fever, guys. Bear with me. I've had the worst hay fever this season. It's one of the worst I've ever had. It's very dry here, though. We haven't had much rain. I'm just getting that people want to fight back. People are sick of elbow. I keep saying it. They're tired of just the economy. We had the Reserve Bank yesterday. They're holding rate rises. They're not giving us any more rate rise. Isn't that kind of them? But they're not dropping it either. So we're still not in a great place. So I am getting that for people in Australia. Oh my God. They're tired of this economy. That's why I keep getting this yawning, tired energy. They're tired of the economy. People want to stand up and fight back. But it's showing me this lethargy energy, this lethargicness, this, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, apart from lethargy, where people just don't have that drive, and they're still sitting in their chairs, but they want to fight back. I still keep getting that for Australia. I always tell you they're a bunch of gutless wonders down here, and no one sort of has that oomph to really fight back except the freedom fighter, maverick, rebel, braveheart, biker, renegades, etc. that do the same old protesting, which we ain't doing anymore because we're sick of it and we want other people to stand up instead of being in denial. I am getting that. They want to stand up and fight back and protest all these things that are coming out. But it's like they don't know how to do it. And they're too... There's a word that I'm trying to think of. Well, lethargic comes to mind, but there's also another word that starts with A. Oh, I'll probably think of it as I'm talking a bit later. Just gone blank. That's Australia. Seriously, a bunch of gutless wonders. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Everyone's had enough at elbow. We go to the vote next May, so fingers, he gets kicked out. We need change big time. We really need change down under. The cost of living is just becoming unaffordable now. As you all know, globally, this is a global thing. All right. Oh, they're showing me Trudeau in China, and he's really reaching for the stars, but he's reaching for the power. He's reaching for the power. He wants to be up there. I keep saying it with Xi Jinping and Putin. He wants to be up there with these leaders. He wants to be remembered as this big leader that everybody looked up to, that had great world power on this world stage. This is Trudeau. He's aiming high. He's reaching high. He's reaching for the stars. I keep getting. He just wants to go higher and higher and higher. That's what I'm getting for Trudeau in China. He's making his moves now. He wants to be very, very present and well known on the global stage, particularly when it comes to the agenda, that he's one of the first people to roll everything out, to get the ball rolling, to get things moving. He wants to be looked upon as this very smart leader who, it's saying led his country to victory. But the victory is not for the little people, peasants and Lego people. The victory is his role in achieving everything that's, well, we know the puppet masters are wanting to bring out. So that's what I'm getting for him. He wants to be like the king on the throne that people really admire and respect. Perhaps not the people under him and his regime, I keep calling it, but amongst his peers like Putin and Xi Jinping and Elbow and Starmageddon and all the people, like Chris Luxon, we know is headed there. All those people, he wants to be very well respected by them. Because we know he's not respected by the little people who live in China. But he doesn't care a toss about that. We know he never has. He doesn't care about having respect from them. His goal is to virtually, well, as we know, to squash them. And he's doing a very good job, isn't he, guys? All right. So he's just reaching higher and higher, Trudeau. He's just reaching. All right. For power, obviously. Oh, I'm getting America. There's been a lot hidden in America. A lot of things hidden in America. We know so much has been going on. We know we've got the Mexican border gate scandal. We've got the drugs coming over en masse because the cartels just move straight in. You've got a huge variety of drug issues. A huge homelessness problem. Only in certain areas, not in all areas because some areas have been cleaned up. But I'm getting there's been a lot of deaths with these homeless people. Because there's a lot of crime around homeless people. I'm just getting this kind of thing, a lot of things that go on that maybe in America you're not really hearing about because it all gets swept under the carpet. But there's been a lot of people dying of, well, I'm guessing drug ODs because you think of a lot of homelessness. Well, their health wouldn't be great, but also there's a lot that are really hooked on alcohol and drug abuse, etc., and that's got worse. So these dead bodies are like being found under bridges, blah, blah, blah. I'm just getting that, but it's being very, very covered up by the government. Even immigrants that don't have jobs and things, there's more crime, there's more of them being arrested, and there's a lot going on that you're not hearing about in America. There's a very, very dark and dingy side to America. I'm not saying the homelessness are the cause of the problem, but there's a lot of things going on around the crime, drugs, obviously alcohol, all these kind of things. Cost of living's causing people to suicide more, just in general. That's not even the homelessness, that's just people in general. So there's this really dark side in America that's being hidden from the public. I am getting that. And it's growing by the day. It's an enormous problem that whoever gets in for government's going to have to address it. It's hidden at the moment. Well, not completely, but the enormity of the issue is hidden, and the government's going to have to come out and address it. After the election, everything settles down. They're going to have to address some of these really crazy, humongous, dark issues that are going on. And one way would be to close the border gates, which Trump will do. He will close the border gates and send a lot of these immigrant crims back to where they came from. But there's so many other issues as well that go on, like the cost of living, people losing their houses, the suicide rates going through the roof. And I think we're all aware of that. But they're not sharing that information, as we know, on mainstream media, because nothing gets shared on mainstream media. It's all hidden. Everything's wonderful. Nothing to see here. In Clown Show 2.0, I call it. All right, let's keep going. Europe's rising. Europe's standing up. I keep getting these waves of awakening. It's happening in Europe. People are standing up. It's showing me soldiers just standing up, coming together, supporting each other, having each other's backs. People, this is the little people, peasants and Lego people, just standing up, supporting each other. That's what I'm getting. That's going to continue to happen. They won't step down in Europe. They'll stand to their government. They had before, and they'll do it again. All right. They're showing me like big whirlwinds, but these are like, I'm getting that hurricane kind of whirlwind energy. I'm getting America again. We know Florida's just been hit by so much hurricanes and things. I'm still getting these things still happening along the the coastal areas. There's going to be more destruction due to very strong, heavy winds. I'm guessing it's around that Florida coast, but it's not actually Florida. It's going to be different parts. But I am seeing, as we know, all abnormal weather stuff going on. Look at Spain and the flooding. There's a lot going on, so I'm getting that. They're talking about fires here too. There's a fire in Queensland. So we're getting this sort of dry. We haven't had a lot of rain, like I said, so now we've got the fires starting here down in Oz again. Fingers they're not too bad. But I am getting that. That's what I'm getting. Hurricane, kind of storm, turbulent winds, etc. in America. Quite destructive and cause a lot of damage. Not so much the flooding with it though now. I'm getting more the destructive winds, hurricane kind of energy where it just picks things up and dumps things down along the coastline is what I'm getting. All right. I'm getting Netherlands. Netherlands will continue to fight back. If things don't feel right in the Netherlands, they'll still continue to fight back. We know your farmers are super strong over there, and your people, you're very strong at fighting back. I am getting Netherlands will continue to fight back. But you won't have to do as much as you did before. If something doesn't go right, you guys will just start to rise, and then that'll put the government off, and that'll tip them off their course again. You won't have to do the enormous amount of work that you did in those other protests with the farmers dumping all the poop and all that. It won't come to that, but I do feel you'll still keep standing to your government. So there's still issues going on in the Netherlands. Despite that you've got a good handle on it all, there's still issues. Because the government's still going to try and push. They're just going to try and go around in a different way, using different avenues to implement their garbage. But people are awake up in Netherlands now. So many people woke up during those farmer protests. It's so good. All right. And thank you guys. You were telling me about the protests happening in New Zealand. That's so good. We need to hear about these things because nothing on mainstream media, as we keep saying. And people will stand in New Zealand. They will. Like I say, Chris Luxon's still got to implement some things. He's got to keep on the VIP world stage. So you're going to get hit with specific things. And like I said, I think it's the farmers first. It's a big issue. All right. I am getting like the capitals, the cities are going to get hit hard with it, more and more expenses. I feel like the capitals, I'm just getting like parking fines, parking meters, all these kind of things are starting to just go up, up, up and up. Because you've got to have your app on your phone to, bip the parking meters now. So the cities are going to get really sorted out. Now, this is globally. And especially with the camera systems, to prevent crime, of course, not to track and trace you and for ID usage and see how far you've travelled out of your 15-minute zone, etc. But this is what I'm getting. The cities are going to start to get really built and structured now around this method of controlling the little people. It's really going to happen globally now. It's all rolling out. So they'll know where you are, like, at all times. Every single thing's going to be tracked and monitored. We know it is. So that's really starting. All the expenses of living in the cities is really just going to go sky high. I'm getting that song, "You've blown it all sky high without a reason why." See, there's no logical sense to all of this. And people are going to start to wonder what the hell's going on. But again, they've got to use their logical mind because people get trapped in the, oh yeah, that'll be good. That'll solve a lot of crime and we'll be able to follow immigrants and all that. But we know it's not for that on this channel. If you're on this channel, you know it's not for that. It's about controlling the little people, not just the immigrants and the criminals. Oh, it's mad. How do people not see this stuff? All right, let's see if there's one more thing and then we'll pull some cards, guys. Oh, I'm getting Japan. Japan's really rising, but Japan's rising into its superpower. See, I've always said Japan's very good to deal with when it comes to commodities and things like this. They're a superpower. They've got good energy. People like dealing with them. You think of Japan, it's got a special, I'd say spiritual calmness about it. You always hear really great things of anyone who's been there. So I'm just getting, they're really building their superpower strength without even knowing it, actually. It just happens automatically. If you think of Panda and you think of Japan, I would say for most of you here on this channel, two different energies come to mind, don't they? They do. I think that we could all agree with that. It's just two different ways of living, isn't it? But without even knowing it, Japan's able to put themselves on the world stage. Well, it's with their trading. They're quite well respected with their trading. They make good deals. They negotiate properly. They're very professional. And it gives Japan has a lot of respect, whereas China doesn't earn respect. China tries to squash people, like I always say, through their intimidation, etc. Same with Putin. So I am getting that. Japan's really building. They're a superpower. Japan is a superpower. But they're a superpower in their own right. They sit over here and are respected on the global stage. All right, let's pull some cards, guys. We need some guidance here. Let's pull a unicorn card. We haven't had one of these for a while. I'll get the specs on, guys, so I can see what's going on. Listening. Listen and the answer will be revealed. Interesting, isn't it? If you think of all the animals are so intuitive, aren't they? They're very aware of their surroundings too. You think of predators and things like that. Listening, what does it say? And the answer will be revealed. And I'm getting that song again by Pseudo Echo. You're not listening, I say, you say, were you listening, listening like you did before? And listening's very important. It's one of our most, well, I'd say for us, because I always talk about the antenna, is one of our really strong senses is listening. Listening to not just the sounds that you hear, but the gut feelings that you're getting in your body. Listen to the gut feelings. Listen to the things. Seeking good. Look for good in your current situation. I've got two cards then, guys. Look at that. He looks a bit troubled, doesn't he? Look for the good in your current situation. Because it is easy to kind of see things kind of negatively, isn't it? When you're still waiting for people to wake up. Everything feels a bit frustrating. I know specific for a lot of us around the picky wheel, etc. It's very frustrating at times, but we have to keep seeking the good. Look for the good in your life, guys. We can't stay stuck in the the dark side of it all, can we, guys? Basically, universe card. A little bit of snoring today. It's not too bad though. Oh, there's my daughter's bird Chungus out there wandering around. Spring's such a bird time. They love it. It's so nice. Oh, hang on, what do we got? We've got two today. Oh no, what do we got? Let me shuffle these three. We've got three. Let's see which one we're supposed to read. Okay, we got it. Oh, Nova, growth. Ooh, it's a bit of a yucky card. Almost looks like a bit of an embryo or something, doesn't it? Growth. But this is our own growth, see? Our spiritual growth. We keep expanding, growing in our knowledge, and that's what the rebirth and the awakening is. It's growing. Well, it's growing into who you really are, but it's also expanding on who you are, and not staying stagnant and just still like, oh, I'm awakened now and that's it. It doesn't work that way. We have to keep learning, growing, teaching ourselves new things. We talk about lots here about different people, like learning of people like Aaron Doherty, Wayne Dyer, Weasel Hay, Bashar, who channels the extraterrestrial alien life being or whoever it is. We watch those little shows like Finding Joe, Celestine Prophecies, another great series of books that you can learn off. I think there's even a video on YouTube. Just keep growing. I always talk about us doing our spiritual master's degree this year, and it certainly has been. It's not been easy, guys, has it? Let's do a healing angel card. Ooh, I'm going to read this one. There you go. Creative potential. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart's desires. And that's exactly right. You don't want your creativities to just dwindle away and be not nurtured and brought out of you. So that's what they're saying. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart desires. Just allow things to flow through you. Allow your creativities to pour out. Follow things that you're interested in, that bring you to life. We say it all the time here. Divine intervention. You may feel frustrated because something stalls or comes to a standstill. Progress seems painfully slow. It certainly does on the awakening process, doesn't it, guys? Yet this is a blessing. It is a divine intervention at work. When the timing is in perfect harmony, all will come to fruition. I can hear my daughter's bird out there. That's exactly right. It's divine timing. And people, this is where the awakening, people need to wake up at their own pace. It's so crucial because they have to be ready for the information or they're not able to process it. It was like in the beginning of the picky wheel when we started to bombard people with our viewpoints and that they just shut down. I called it the bubble denial suit, which was like the white COVID suit. And they would just deny that this was happening, that all this was a planned agenda, all this was being mapped out, and this was all about control and tracking and tracing and getting people to comply. People didn't believe it. So they have to be ready for that information in order to absorb it and see it in that realistic way. Whereas before it was always labeled as conspiracy theorists, blah, blah, blah. We know how it went, and we were the crazy woo-woo people who were cuckoo. You know how people labeled us back then. All right, but now it's all starting to happen and they're starting to learn. Let's see if there's anything else to finish off with today, guys. I'm getting that song by, is it Adam and the Ants, Stand and Deliver? Stand and Deliver. And I think that's basically about just standing still in your own strength and power, but still probably delivering the information. I always talk about you guys, how we share the videos of the London protests. Just share a few things on your Facebook. You don't have to bombard people, but it certainly doesn't hurt to keep things in people's faces. Plant little seeds of information. Like, that's weird, isn't it? Like, just this kind of thing. Stand and deliver. Stand in your truth and just deliver bits of information. I think it's by Adam and the Ants, isn't it? Stand and deliver. All right, let's keep going. I'm getting that Caribbean Queen song. And our hearts will beat as one. No more love on the run. I'm not really sure what that song's about, but some of the words in these songs have meaning when it comes to the heart awakening vibrational frequency. And our hearts will beat as one, meaning we're all trying to get on the same frequency vibration, lifting the spirits to a higher level, of course. So that's why we get some of these songs, because sometimes the words have a little bit of meaning. Let me see if there's one more thing. Hang on, guys. Oh, they give me that Neil Diamond song, Sweet Caroline. I know everybody sings that at the races and I think they sing it at the footy now. I don't know, do they? Sweet Caroline, dun, dun, dun. Good times never felt so good. Maybe we need to listen to the words of that song. I do love Neil Diamond. I've got a lot of Neil Diamond fans out there. I am getting that song for some reason. I think it's just a joyous, uplifting song that a lot of people sing en masse. So maybe people might start singing these at protests, this kind of thing. It's an uplifting song because people sing it en masse together. that's what I'm getting from it anyway. Hang on a minute. Oh, I'm getting the Doobie Brothers. Listen to the music. Whoa, 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 listen to the music all the time. That's us, isn't it, guys? Listen to the music. We listen to music all the time. I know a lot of you on my channel love music. Like a crazy falling river. Oh, great song, guys. Go listen to Doobie Brothers. Listen to the music. I love the Doobie Brothers. I really do. Oh. And I'm going to leave you with this song today, the Doobie Brothers, Rocking Down the Highway. And that's us, guys. We're rocking down the highway. Go play that song today really loud. I want you to put up really loud and play it. I know you're leaving me behind. Ah, it's such a great song. You've got to go and listen to it. And what it is, it's about the awakening process. That we're rocking down the highway, guys. We've been rocking down the highway. The Braveheart, BS Detectives, Rebel, Freedom Fighter, Mavericks, whatever you want to call us, Renegade Rebels, have been rocking down this highway, steaming along ahead of the pack, and now other people are coming. We've left a lot of people behind, as we know. They're going to catch up one day, but don't worry about it, guys. Just keep rocking down the highway. I think that's what it's called. Rocking down the highway. Go and put it up and play it really loud today. I think you'll find it'll really uplift you today, because I know a lot of us love music. Like the Doobie Brothers songs. I'm going to say goodbye from me and the doggos. Goodbye from Sophie. You going to say goodbye, Soph? I'm going to take her for a walk in a minute. And goodbye from, here he is. Where are you? Spooky. There he is. Let's see if we can see his little head. Oh, Spooky. They get really tired in the mornings. They're funny. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Like buttons. Don't forget, please comment. Let us know how it's going in the US. And I've got a few of you over there. Good luck. It's going to be, I don't even know what it's going to be. A complete circus show. I bet every channel has got that on in America today. But at least just think all the campaigning will be over once this is behind you. But fingers for a good outcome, because you bloody need it over there. You need a good president, because you haven't had one for quite a long time. Anyway, at least it means bye-bye Biden. Or Brandon, whatever you want to say. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Please consider subscribing. It'll be lovely to have you here, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.